talk to me, live with me, walk with me, walk with me, walk with me, talk to me, talk to me, talk to me, live with me. Watching movies as I smoke L's with X and Mac Miller. Drop the bomb, Tyson hit the soldier spirit.
Yo, walk me to pie, walk me to pie, walk me to pie. Y'all already know, man. Y'all already know. Same shit, different day, man. Episode 49, walk me to pie, man. We about to hit that 50 mark. We about to hit that 50 mark. A lot of y'all niggas thought we wasn't gonna do it. A lot of y'all niggas thought we wasn't gonna do it. A lot of these podcasts that I've seen haven't hit 50. A lot of podcasts I've seen haven't hit 20. So just hitting 50 is a big milestone for us, man. I want to clap it up for us, man. Wait till I get one of those machines that'd be like, I'm gonna get one. As a matter of fact, I got one here. I just gotta learn how to work it. But welcome me to Pod, man. Episode 49, man. Once again, y'all already know the people here. Y'all already know the family. Ty the God, man. The nigga with the shades, man. HB Ty. El Jefe, the final boss, man. Yo, D, say something.
We got a couple of mamacitas, springtime loading.
I forgot you was Honduran, bro. I forgot. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Who, me?
Yeah. I keep telling you just I keep telling people you just black.
Well, first off, sir, my good friend, buddy, pal. I'm Cherokee Indian and African American, buddy. Okay.
Oh, you turkey. It's turkey.
I'm a turkey.
I thought it was Cherokee.
I'm Cherokee Indian. Yes, sir.
Yo, my son Velvet, man. Y'all already know my nigga Jordan, nigga who started this shit, man. Corn Wolf, nigga, this shit. Y'all already know, man. Butter, Corn Wolf, what's good? What's good, Corn? What's good, man?
Man, number peace, love, and good vibes in my heart, man. Let's get it. Walk with us. And yo, like you said, bro, it ain't even about the other people. It's about the people that stand with you. And make sure when the storm is there, you can look to your left, you can look to your right, be like, oh shit, I'm with my people, bro.
I want to read this quote out to y'all real quick. It says here, I'm gonna read two from Jay-Z's GQ magazine today, man. He said we played enough defense. 2026 is all offense. I feel like we played a lot of people's rules throughout these years and shit like that, especially with this game, with this podcast game, with just life in general. 2026, I'm gonna be unapologetic about shit, man. I'm coming in here, I'm gonna smack niggas. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want. And I'm gonna attack everything the way I fucking want, my nigga. That's how I'm gonna come to 2026. I'm playing offense, my nigga. I'm coming to get what's mine. I ain't even gonna hold you. That ass, nigga. And then two, it says here. It said you gotta edit your life at some point. There are some people in your life that's going to be there for a minute. That are not necessarily going to be there for your whole ride. And I feel like that's true too, man. I feel like we got to learn how to choose people. We learned over the years that there's great people we met. There's people that was just there for the moment. So I'm gonna appreciate those that's helping me build in life, that's helping me grow, and I'm gonna keep those people, and I'm gonna move the fuck on. Facts, man. But episode 50 about to come up, man. But this for right now is episode 49. But I got a question for the fellas, man. We just gonna tackle it straight to. Wemby was talking that shit. And it was after they beat the hell out of my Miami Heat. Wemby stood in that podium and they asked him, "Why should you be the MVP?" It was like the presidential debate, my nigga, and it was his turn. It was his turn up. They said, "Yo, Wemby, why should you win the MVP?" He said, and I quote, 50% is half the game. He's the best defender in the league. And that's without question. On offense, he's giving you 24. This end quote already. This is end quote. But he said he was 50% of the game is defense. He got a point there. He's dropping 24 efficiently. So I'm asking the fellas today. He made his case. Do y'all agree with him?
Cook up, Todd.
Well,
Is he the MVP?
the reality of it is how could you argue against him, right? Obviously, we have a podcast and it's part debate and everything else like that. But the reality of it is he's spitting his facts. He's making his claims. He wants to leave a mark in this league, and I think Victor Wembanyama is absolutely sensational. But I'm a firm believer, and to beat a man, you got to beat the man. And right now,
Who said that?
that's Gildas Alexander.
Who said that line you just said?
The Nature Boy Ric Flair, 16-time world heavyweight champion of the world.
Come on,
No,
man.
but you right. I mean, so what you saying is SGA's your MVP.
I gotta give respect. As of right now, I'm a roll with Shea. I wouldn't be mad if Shea go back to back. But I'll be honest, it's gonna be a fight between Shea, Joker, and Wemby. It's gonna be a fight. It ain't gonna be easy.
You forgot somebody in there.
Oh,
Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic.
I said the three names. I said on purpose.
You want to show respect. That what Luka Doncic has done. You know what? I'm gonna wait. Hey, what you think? What you think, man?
All right. So, unfortunately, Cade went down. You know what I mean? So he was my one, like, not anomaly, but like the person that, like, all right, if somebody's gonna take out Shea for MVP, it was gonna be Cade in terms of his play this year, leading the Detroit Pistons #1 seed, all that. But since he went down, I gotta give it to, like Ty was saying, until you see somebody play better than Shea has played from start to finish this season, and he's gonna finish out, you know what I'm saying, God willing and all that, and no injuries, bar none. But you gotta respect that, and you gotta understand that Wemby, I respect what Wemby's saying, and he's right. I got the Spurs, like, yo, this team is here to stay. But he missed a lot of games. Not a lot of games, but like a core part of the season, he was out a little bit, and he was on a minute restriction. So not going to hold that against you, but that does not make you MVP-esque. Not to say that you're not playing like that. It's just, bro, you're on a minute restriction at some point. Now, he's starting to come off it, and he's doing him. And it's good to see him dominate the season. Next year, definitely going for, like, runner-up MVP. Not runner-up, but, like, front runner. We're gonna keep it Shea, bro, honestly speaking, because like we just said, my nigga, like, remember when Steph Curry won it back to back? Was there anybody in the league that was doing anything that could, like, all right, cool, if you got James Harden doing this thing, who else getting the triple doubles? Is there anybody else dominating like this man is dominating? And Shea, I don't see it right now. Joker, he had a cool season, but I don't know, the Nuggets, something just don't seem right with the Nuggets, bro. Like, Jamal doing his thing, but there's something about them, I don't know. So I say that to say no team is doing enough. If Jaylen Brown would have got the Boston to the first seed, maybe this conversation would have been different. But yeah.
Yeah, the answer for me is Shea. Shea is, to me, if the season ended today, it would be Shea winning it back to back. And I'm gonna get back to that reason you said about Wemby right now. But for Shea, let's be real. His two best players is Chet and J-Dub. They missed half the damn season. J-Dub missed half the damn season.
Thumb, hamstring.
At least most of it. I'm not even gonna say half. He missed more than half. And SGA still got OKC #1 in the Western Conference, #1 in the league. Chet Holmgren has missed a whole bunch of games as well. Hartenstein missed games. These players has missed games, and OKC look like they haven't missed a beat. OKC, when they doubling him, he's dishing it out to McCain. He's dishing it out to AJ Mitchell. He's dishing it out to the rest of these guys. He could get 10 assists easy. You trap him, SGA got an answer for that. You leave him open, he got an answer for that. He's shown it for the past 2 years. He's won games. He's won it convincingly. And like I said, just his two best players have missed at least 80% of the season. So Shea is the easy answer. Shea, if the season ends today, is the MVP. Wemby got a point though. And the reason I'm glad he brought that point up is because I feel like defense should be part of the MVP talk. I'm tired of the MVP talk just being about offense, who leads the league in points, who's leading the league in assists, like all these offensive stats. Wemby got a point. 50% of that game is defense, and nobody in the league is impacting that end of the floor like Wembanyama.
Quick question.
Yeah.
You remember when Steph Curry was on the verge of winning his second MVP, and a lot of people were saying similar things about, he's a cone, like he don't play no D. He started playing the passing lanes.
Yeah.
And like, is that, and I say that to say that Shea is similar to that. He's playing the lanes, you know what I'm saying? He's not going to get a bunch of blocks and really get a lot of on-ball steals.
I know, facts.
So it's like,
facts.
I don't know, bro.
Now I feel you. Now I feel you on and you're right, because that's why I agree to get, if you have a high usage rate on offense, 90% of the time you're not gonna have the 90% load on defense like a great defensive player. But like you said, SGA and players like Steph Curry, what they did was, instead of playing hard-nosed defense, which is like guarding your best player, they started doing passing lanes. They started grabbing steals. They started playing their positions on the defensive side to an extreme level. And I respect that on SGA. That's why I wouldn't be mad if he wins it back-to-back, because he's not a slouch on that end of the floor. But when Wembanyama is giving you on the defensive end what nobody in the league is giving you, and I'm not saying he should be the front runner, but I'm glad he brought that up, because defense should be part of that. If you're the best defensive player in the league, along with 24 points a game and a great on good efficiency, you should be in the running for MVP. Then he's feared on the defensive side. There's teams that's rearranging their whole offense when they play in the Spurs, and that's impactful. And that's impactful on his own. But the reason I can't give it to Wemby is for that reason you said, Abe. When he missed some of those games at the beginning, the Spurs still looked like they stood afloat.
They stood afloat.
They didn't miss a beat.
I'm saying,
well, they missed a beat. Like, I ain't gonna say they was like Wembanyama that was there, but they was winning games.
Yeah, they winning games on
top. So what do that mean? We punish him for that?
No, we can't punish him for that, but we can't punish him for that. But when we talk about the most valuable player, we got to think about, if you take, especially those top teams, if you take them out of their perspective squads, most of those, like if you take SGA out of OKC, I just told you J-Dub and Chet Holmgren missed half the season. You take SGA out that squad, they're in the lottery.
Listen, I fully understand that, but that's kind of the situation.
They in the lottery. You took Victor Wembanyama off the Spurs, they was winning games.
They 7th seed.
So when you're talking about valuable, it's like, who's more valuable?
It's getting dicey, right? Because the others weren't playing, right? So how can we? That's getting dicey. Now we're going into La La Land.
Question is, let me ask you this. Speaking of La La Land, you take Luka Doncic out the Lakers, they're a lottery team too.
With your guy there?
Bron can't lead a team 82 games and the playoffs at 40.
Not Asian, bro. Asian was crazy, bro.
That's what his contract says.
Nah, you're right too. He getting paid. He getting paid 1A money.
Hello.
He getting paid 1A money. You're right.
I hear you.
We know. Ron not leading no team to a chip, but Luka Doncic is. And you take him out that squad, they're a lottery. You take K. Oh, that's another thing. Hold on. K went down. Detroit still winning games too. They still winning. I thought it was done. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yo.
But they won a couple games.
No,
Jake is out there putting up numbers. I picked him up on my fantasy team.
Yeah, heard you.
He putting in little numbers.
I just thought about.
But those players there, you take them off their squad, they in the lottery.
Peep this, bro. Out of all the MVPs that we talk about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Guess who is officially off this list forever?
Off the MVP list?
Well, until he leaves this team.
Who?
Jason Tatum.
Wait. MVP of the league?
Wait, hold
MVP.
on. I see
Think
what he
about
mean though. I see
Think
what he
about
mean though. Nigga
Jaylen
said,
Brown. Nobody had Jaylen. I mean, the Boston Celtics being the second seed. Tatum coming back. Like niggas was forgetting about me. Like so. Think about it. When he was at the front of the team, 1A MVP. He fight. Ooh, I should be MVP. Should he really? Finals MVP. Didn't win it. I'm not saying he's not a great player, but what I'm saying is that like for MVP talk for Boston, Tatum, it's over, bro.
that's why I was asking Boston fans that watch the pod as well. I was like, yo, if we finally seen if Jaylen Brown could lead a team without Jason Tatum. He proved it this year, second seed. The question is, can Tatum do that without Brown? We used to think the other way around.
See, it's niggas like you. It's niggas like you that just stir
That's
it
a
up.
valid question. Cause it wasn't fair that before the season started, Jason Tatum went down and we already counted Boston out.
Facts.
We already counted them out, but it was fair then. It was fair when we was doing it to Jaylen Brown.
Honestly, it was a completely different team, right? It was. It wasn't the same exact team.
And we assumed that team was whacker, was trash. When we looked at that team Jaylen Brown had to deal with at the beginning of the season, we seen Drew Holiday leave, Al Horford and all that, seen who go there, and we didn't know who else. We counted them off.
I'm not gonna act like the Jason Tatum thing wasn't a factor, but you losing Al Horford, you losing all the other pieces. I'm like, wait, hold on now. How are you gonna do that? It looked a little fugazi. I ain't gonna hold you. This shit looks fugazi.
If it was Tatum that stood there and Jaylen Brown went down with the ACL, you would have probably thought a little different. You would have been like, yo, Boston had a shot. But because it was Jaylen Brown, we ripped them off.
Violation.
You see how you fucked up, D?
Not me.
You see how you fucked up, D?
Me. Get the fuck out.
Nah, yeah, I see you moving like that, bro. What's up?
I'm crying. Nah, but in all seriousness, like Wemby, I'm glad he made that case because defense should be counted for MVP. I'm not saying that players like a defensive player of the year like Rudy Gobert, because he's the best defender in the league, should be winning defensive player of the year. When you dropping 12 points and being the best defensive player of the year, the best defensive player, that don't mean you get to be an MVP talks. That's not what I mean.
Facts.
That's not what I mean. But in cases like, because niggas would take that a different way. Niggas would start telling me that Caruso and them niggas deserve to be an MVP.
That's how he deserves to be an MVP. He's out there blocking shots.
I'm talking about a special instance like Wemby. He's dropping 25 a game. And he's the best defensive player in the year. In the league. That's valuable. That's the special instance I'm talking about.
You know who was the last nigga to do that?
Kawhi.
No, what MVP award he won?
No, I'm saying he was the last defensive player of the year that was in MVP talks.
No.
Who else?
The next name I'm gonna mention is the nigga that won it. He won Defensive Player of the Year and MVP of the league. And Finals MVP.
Who?
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
That was the same year?
Nah.
He didn't win MVP that year.
He didn't get the Triple Crown.
Yeah, he did. He's the
he
last
got the Triple Crown.
He won in 2019.
Let me look that up.
He won MVP 2019. James Harden had 2018. Then the Euros started.
Y'all went back to back.
Then the Joker started going bloody. He got two of them things.
He won Defensive Player of the Year and MVP.
Probably.
And the chip?
MVP, I believe.
I believe it's 2019, but hey, Tom may be right. Facts.
Let me see. Hold on, because I got to fact check that.
But man, Wemby, my thing with Wemby, bro, he cool and all, but I need you to talk like that game one. You feel me? Don't
For the
say,
playoffs, right?
my nigga, yeah, like don't say that shit now, bro. Say that shit at the beginning of the season. We coming for y'all. Okay, see, it's cool what he's saying now, which is true, and I respect the Spurs game, like the team, but it's too late, my
Look,
nigga.
look, Daryl Lyon.
To me.
He won MVP and Defensive Player of the Year the same year, but he didn't win the chip that year.
Then fuck it. Wait. What year was that?
2020 when he won the chip.
Yeah.
No, when he won the
No,
MVP.
he won the chip the year after. But he was the last player to win Defensive Player of the Year and MVP.
I'm gonna say that he was the last Defensive Player of the Year that was like an MVP runnings. Kawhi is in that list too, and now Wemby. Those are the rare instances that I'm talking about that a Defensive Player of the Year value. It should be in MVP talks. Those instances right there: Giannis, Kawhi, Wemby, Dwight
Yeah,
Howard back then.
talked about like
Those
a-
guys. But that's it. That's a great conversation he started there, man. I ain't gonna lie to you because he does deserve to be in MVP talks. But with that being said, I gotta ask y'all this. It takes me to this. Is he the best player in the world? Who's the best player in the world?
Who's the best player in the world right now?
Yeah, right now playing. Who's the best player in the world? Forget the MVP and all that. Like, who's the best player in the world?
Take it away, Abe.
Listen, man, I sat here. Listen, bro, getting old in my 30s now. Sat here all in my 20s telling niggas SGA for president. Niggas thought I was bugging. He gonna get his time. He got his time. Now it is Shai Gilgeous Alexander. Not saying Joker not like he is not a long shot. He killing niggas, but right now Shai has not. What he got 20 points in over 130 something games, bro. Like he's consistently killing niggas on offense. I'm playing the lanes on defense. I'm doing everything I gotta do to be the top tier leader that I need to be for my young boys to see how we gotta eat. So I ain't gonna lie. Right now, it used to be an argument, but right now, bro, Shai is proving.
Oh, you said
Yeah,
it
he is
used
better.
to be an argument.
Because you know what I'm saying? Because Joker used to go crazy with the triple doubles and all that, but it's starting to fade down where the triple doubles aren't as impactful. That's what I mean. He killing, but it's like he doing all that still winning by 5. It's like, damn, bro, it's tough. You know?
That team doodle.
That's why I believe.
I ain't gonna say
right
doodle,
now,
but
SGA is the best player in the world, bro. He's proving it.
You feel the same, D?
I feel like situations matter, and I feel like when people are not always in the right situations, the broader media, not saying us, but the media at large, tends to get amnesia. So with Jay-Z about to do a performance in New York City at Yankee Stadium, and I know he don't have the pieces behind him right now, but I would like to reintroduce you to Giannis Antetokounmpo. I would like
Lord.
I would like to.
Oh Lord.
You can say whatever you want. But trust and
Giannis.
believe, somewhere in the world, it's still freaky time.
Oh my Lord.
See this cup right here,
my
bro?
Lord.
See this cup? Shit empty, my nigga.
Yo.
Just like Giannis this year, bro. This nigga was empty from the start. Always complaining about his team. And look what happened to my boy Cam Thomas. Giannis was the first nigga to be like, he gotta go. You think that?
Giannis is one of the best players in the world.
He is.
But he's not the best player in the world.
Not this year.
He's not the best player. He ain't got no jumper.
Not this year.
He got no jumper.
He got no argument.
I'll take SGA is the best player in the world. He's the best player in the world. Whether you want to believe it or not, SGA has proven it both years already. It's been 2 years and he's still the same goddamn player and he's still dominating. One thing I want to say though. Now go ahead.
I'll admit it. It's not sexy. I mean, it's not like Wemby. Now, let's disclaimer. Moving forward, yes, Wemby is in all MVP conversations, but his skill set is just not there yet to the level of dominance like a Joker and like a Shai now.
SGA, even though Wemby is dominating games defensively, SGA is dominating games offensively. You just can't stop him. They've been trying, and this is what I mean. They've been trying to stop him for 2 years. Since last NBA season. He ran through that. He got the chip. He's doing it again.
Be very careful. Be very careful with how you speak about that.
What you mean? And I'm talking about just straight best player in the world up to this part right here.
No, I agree with you, but when you say he got the chip, it was handed to him.
It was handed to him. Nigga, if Indiana would have won that, they would have said SGA lost. It's not that Tyrese won or anything. They would have said SGA choked.
That part.
It was his to lose.
We can say that about Tyrese Halliburton too.
No, it was not. He was not the favorite going into that series.
No, he was. No. He wasn't the favorite by any stretch of the imagination. But we could be having a different conversation if that young man didn't go down with that injury. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, for sure. What you mean? Hold on. By we wouldn't be we might have not been having a different conversation.
I think we would have, because they didn't start winning until he got hurt.
We can only talk about what is.
Of course.
We could talk about what is.
Of course.
What is that nigga SGA won Game 7 of last year's NBA Finals. Not only did he win Game 7 of last year's NBA Finals, he ran through this season in the same goddamn fashion.
So,
well, let's see what happens when he plays Denver this year.
Okay. Like and Denver, I wish you the best.
Facts.
Because Joker, he's averaging a triple-double this year. And like Avery said, they're winning games by like 3 or 5. This is unfair. You talking about Giannis when this guy and Joker came back from injury, still averaging a triple-double. And he's winning games by 3 to 5 points.
Bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about
Y'all. Denver don't even look scary no more. Like the beginning of this, like midway through this pod, I was like, Denver's gonna be, because Joker, you always gotta go through. Regardless, Joker, you have to go through Joker, but the team it's not following his footsteps. The team is trash. They look hobbled.
You know what I was gonna say too? I think that 2 things. The absence of Mike Malone being there is David Adelman is a good coach. Not to say his systems aren't solid. It's just Mike Malone had a different rhythm with Bruce Brown too, even when he came back. But I think that they made a wrong decision in getting rid of Michael Porter Jr. They should have kept him and got rid of Aaron Gordon. Not to say that Aaron Gordon is not a dope player, but you could have got more utility pieces and kept your shooting. Because now Michael Porter Jr. is playing in Boston, playing in Brooklyn, and like, yeah, he killing, but nigga got 3, 4, 5 wins in the season.
Yeah, he killing, but they had to make a decision. It was either keep Michael Porter and have Michael Porter there and have no bench, because Michael Porter needed to get paid. And keep Michael Porter and have no bench, or get rid of Michael Porter for Cam Johnson and at least be able to pick up like 2, maybe 1 piece for the bench. So they made a financial decision. I don't think it was about talent. But I think their problem is they hobbled. Aaron Gordon been battling injuries. Joker battled injuries. Jamal Murray is he's looking good, but it always looked like Jamal Murray is battling injuries. Like that whole team is hobbled right now. They playing on like one leg.
Man.
But I say that to say this. SGA been doing this since last year, and he's running through this year here. I think SGA is the best player in the world. I think Wemby, I gotta see him in the playoffs. Before I even make any decision on Wemby about where he stands in this league, because right now he's like an NA. Until I gotta make my final verdict after I see him in these playoffs. I'm not gonna look at him like he's too young. I'm not gonna look at it like it's his first playoffs. I'm holding him to the standard that he's been talking. He's been talking that shit. And I ain't got no problem with it. I ain't got no problem with him talking that shit. Cause me, I'm one of them niggas. See me? I'm one of them niggas that like it. I like when you talk that shit, but you got to be able to back it up. Don't tell me you're the best player in the world, and then I can't hold you to your first playoffs and being and playing like a rookie. That don't make sense. Are you the best player in the world or not?
Shit.
Are you the MVP?
No.
So don't tell me you're the MVP and the best player in the world, and I'm holding you to rookie expectations in the playoffs. That can't happen.
It's not even that. His team is solid. So if
His team's solid.
If San Antonio don't like ruffle some feathers, I'm gonna be highly disappointed.
Me too, cause they told us all year that they don't want to be looked at as a young team.
Amen.
So yeah, I'm gonna be disappointed if they'll make that noise. But I think they would. I think they will. I believe in the Spurs. I believe in that talent, and I believe in Wemby. But before I make any verdict on him, I need to see him in the playoffs. All right, so let me. This is a fun one right here, real quick. I want to know what y'all think because I seen that on the internet, and I think it'll be a fun topic, real quick. Let's stay on SGA real quick. Let's hypothetically say he wins the MVP. He would be a champion, Finals MVP, a 2-time MVP, league MVP. I want to know. I'm gonna read you a couple names, and I need you to tell me if who on this list you think SGA will finish higher than when his career is done. Okay, so there's a hypothetical, but off trajectory, how many of these players will SGA be better than when his career ends? I'm gonna read you these names. Iverson. You think SGA, when it's all said and done, he'll retire better than Iverson?
I think like we talked about last. Better. Oh wait, that was a different episode, bro. We talked about this behind the camera, bro. Shea, after this year, Shea got it, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with Abe. And I love AI, but let's be real. Let's be real. Do you gonna disagree?
You didn't know what we talking though. We talking resume. We talking play. Like
both. Whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do.
That he don't want to do that.
Yes, you do.
No, I know.
What's in that resume?
I don't want to do that.
What's in AI resume?
What's in his resume?
Yeah.
You got that finals against Kobe Shaq when we got that game. You got the MVP award. You got a couple scoring titles.
51.
Do he?
He scored 51 against the Warriors. He can't bring
He's
that.
a menace.
He got scoring title. I think he got like 1, 2.
He do. He got the scoring title.
Let me see.
But bro, yeah, that's like bringing up Braun. Come on.
I think a lot of Iverson's aura come off of culture. A lot of it goes by he would sit in the table when it comes to culture in the NBA. He's at the top of the list. At what this NBA means today, a lot of them got that from AI. So to me, when people ask who's the most cultural people in the NBA, AI sits at the top. But when you talk about career now, it's like, yes, like there's a lot of players in today's league that will pass AI. And that's no disrespect. That's just how the game goes. Our kids will probably be better than us.
Like, prime example, I looked at the 3-point, the all-time made list. Buddy Hield is now higher than Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd used to be like the top 10.
Mm-hmm. Like, and there's no disrespect to Jason Kidd. It's okay.
There's no disrespect.
We're not saying Buddy Hield's a better shooter or a better player than Jason Kidd. We just saying on the all-time list, he has more 3-pointers.
Yeah, but Jay, I don't know if I disagree with that, though.
Or what?
Jason Kidd is not known as a sniper. Jason Kidd is known as a playmaker.
What?
Jason Kidd is known as a sniper. Jason Kidd is known as a playmaker. Jason Kidd is known as a sniper. Jason Kidd is known as a playmaker. Jason Kidd is known as a sniper.
No, and that's what Avery's saying. Like, just because Buddy healed past Jason Kidd, that doesn't
I
mean
know.
anything.
And
It
look
just
what
means
he
he's
did,
made more
like,
threes.
he's still in the prime of his career. It's not like, you know what I mean? Like he did it in like 7,
But
8 years.
Jason Kidd didn't come from that era.
He's a better shooter.
Jason Kidd had a clip at the end of his career, but Jason
Bingo.
Kidd wasn't thinking about that shit. That's like saying
No, do it.
that's like saying Andrew Wiggins shoot a better percentage than Magic Johnson from the three. Like, Magic Johnson wasn't thinking about that shit.
Another one.
Nah,
James
Magic ain't
Harden.
having
His all-time assists recently. Damn.
Matter of fact, that's not the cannon that was getting Magic Johnson in trouble.
Yo, I'm crying. Yo, look at his face though. Yo, but Darryl was right. It's AI had 4 NBA scoring titles. 98, 99, 2000, I mean 98, 99, 2000, 2001, 2001, 2002 season, 2004 season.
That's real cute, bro.
But
niggas
SGA,
man.
I agree with Abe. I think SGA will eventually, I think this year, especially if he has a great playoff run, you could make the argument that SGA is already over AI.
Hey, listen.
I got let me throw out another name. What you gonna say?
No. I'm just a spectator.
Let me throw out another name. Chris Paul.
I want to see you. No. I need niggas to go in on this.
Wait. I got more people on this. I'm starting off.
Increase my mic, cause
yeah. What you think?
Let me say this right now. We may have watched the rising and the fall of Chris Paul all in 1 year, bro. Dead ass.
Not even a full year.
Not even a full year. Facts, bro.
Yeah. And I want you to know he officially ended his NBA career overseas because he didn't play a game in Toronto. I just want you to know that. I just want you to know that. And you want to know the irony in that? Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is Canadian.
And that's his big homie. And that's his big homie. And Chris Paul is his big homie.
Exactly, bro.
Damn. That's crazy.
I say that to say, like, honestly speaking, but all jokes aside, Chris Paul, niggas fuck with you as a point guard, super point guard.
Very. I fuck with Chris Paul heavy on the point guard list, man.
But bro,
I'm one of his advocates.
Answer is,
you gotta understand that Shai is a new breed of point guard, and this breed of point guard can do it all. Not only can I dish and switch, but I can also give you 30. Not only can I give you 30,
point guards don't even dish.
Right, that too. So, and yeah, Shai, and that too. You gotta give Shai his props. He boosted up his assists this year as well. So it's like
teams thought they were gonna do something with them doubles. But let me read off. Wait, hold on. CP3, is he gonna eventually be better than CP? Is he better than CP?
Yeah,
he better than CP right now.
He better than CP right now.
I believe so too. Darryl.
I don't even know why you wait to ask me.
Yeah, I'm crying. Let me add another name here. Do you think SGA will finish eventually higher than Russell Westbrook? Or is he already better than Russell Westbrook on the all-time list?
All right. So this is where. All right. So I gotta be honest.
It gets tricky.
Right. It does.
It's uncomfortable.
It ain't tricky for me.
It's uncomfortable.
Russell Westbrook is he revolutionized what triple doubles mean today. So a player like him is solidified in a whole different way. You know what I mean? For that even opened the way for a player like SGA. Because it was his type of style. When he first came into the league, niggas like, oh, he a point guard. Oh, now he's going to struggle. He can't shoot. He can't do that. And look what he turned into. You know what I mean? So Russ, to me, he holds a different place in my heart in terms of basketball. I'm going to be honest. Unless he, like, Shai goes and wins, like, 3-4 chips, no.
3-4?
Yeah, he got to get 3-4, bro. Because,
like,
those chips don't amount to the pioneer that Russell Westbrook has. Bro, every point guard right now is his kid, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, derivative or some type of version of what Russell Westbrook was when he was younger. So it's like I can't not. That's respect. That's like Gilbert Arenas type shit, putting on for Steph Curry, Dame, and like, you know what I mean, you gotta be like, that's impact, bro.
How about you, D?
For the record, I just wanted to say, for me, Allen Iverson, no. Chris Paul, yes. Russell Westbrook, I'm gonna say right now, no. I would say he needs to get at least 1 to 2 more chips because Russell Westbrook, what he did all time, I mean, come on, it just phenomenal. And Russ is a player that I don't believe gets all his flowers, and I'm gonna give him to him right now. So no, I'm not gonna say that.
I feel like SGA has. I feel like if SGA has a couple more seasons like this, like the way he has last season and this season, I feel like he's already like he don't need another chip to be better than Russ. If he keeps with these like next few seasons the same way he had these past 2 years, give him 2-3 more. Give him 2-3 more seasons.
Say that when think about this, bro. The numbers that Joker's putting up, this nigga Russell Westbrook was putting up, bro. Yeah, he don't got it.
But like, you know, Joker was doing it on an official level, and he won the chip with it. Yeah. Russ, he was doing it to a level that once he got to the playoffs, we already knew he was gonna lose. His triple doubles didn't look like Joker's. Joker's triple doubles was leading them to like wins in a chip. Russ is more like it was more like a show. Like you bought tickets to go see this man getting triple doubles. It was one of the best shows in the league. Russ will retire closer to that tier that I just explained with AI. Cause I feel like that's more like what you were saying. Like he's culturally, Russ is up there. There's nothing. He's pioneered.
I can't put him in AI because AI came into the league that nigga. Russ, nobody believed Russ was gonna be that nigga, bro. Russ believed he was gonna be that nigga, and look what he turned into his career into. But like, I don't think niggas really like. It took Russell like maybe after KD leaving, like, oh no, this nigga's alright. Oh shit.
No. Russ came in at number 4 in the draft. By that next year, they was in the finals. But like the next 2 years, they was already in the finals. Russ already had that.
That's mostly because of Kevin Durant. They didn't put him. He didn't get his flowers.
He was getting his flowers. At that time, Russ was arguing about is he better than KD? They was half of the fan base was saying he was better than KD.
I hear you.
It was half, and it was split between the fan base. Is it KD's team or is it Russ' team? Russ was nice. Russ was nice. And Russ will forever be remembered in this league. And if like what Avery said, he's a motherfucking pioneer. That what he did, you might not ever see it again. And that's why just even with SGA winning the chip, even with SGA winning the chip, I still don't got SGA over Russ. Because what Avery explained. But if SGA continues in this trajectory, yes, I believe he has a chance to be better than Russ. And I think it will happen. As in right now, I don't put him over Russ, but I think it will happen.
And like niggas love SGA. I was always a Russell Westbrook fan. Shout out to my boy Sheen. We used to argue back in the day who better, Russ or D Rose, who more athletic. I'm Russ, nigga. Fuck you mean? But
Russ was. There was times that Russ they were saying Russ was the best point guard in the league.
Oh shit.
And rightfully so.
Oops.
But that's no disrespect to Russ. Next name here, real quick. Harden.
Yes.
What you said, D? I ain't gonna hear you.
I thought you was immediately gonna transition into Derrick Rose after that beautiful soliloquy, but you went to Harden. So
I think Russ better than D Rose. Like D Rose don't have a is he better than D Rose type of career. He don't have D Rose is part of the what ifs. D Rose part of the what ifs.
Well, no, with the Derrick Rose, Russell Westbrook. Now, when we say that, we're talking career, or are we talking as actual player?
Well, if you're talking
Well-
actual player, you would have to you would have to go back to before Russ was in his prime. That's the only time you got to see Russ against Russell Westbrook. I mean, D Rose against Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook wasn't even in his prime. Some could argue that was D Rose prime.
I can respect that. The only thing I'll say is this before we get back to it. Jeff T, who